Hi everybody, my name is Jaden. I'm a junior studying accounting. I'm currently your athletic and wellness coach. Before I started at SHPE, I was so nervous being a non-STEM major in SHPE, but after I got over that fear, I've had the greatest year and a half experience I could ask for. I've been a member, I've been a chair, and I'm now running to be your next treasurer. As an accounting student, I've had the opportunity to intern at an accounting firm. In this experience, as well as in my classes, I've been able to gain a deep understanding of financial planning and budgeting, skills that I believe are essential for someone handling SHPE's finances. But more importantly, I want to use these skills to create as many opportunities for you as possible. For my first goal, I want to increase the amount of sponsor members that go to convention. This past year we had 65 members, but if elected, I'll work hard to get more members to convention so they can experience the professional and networking events. Second, I want to increase the amount of scholarship money we give away. We're giving away $10,000 a semester, but I want to bump the number up as high as possible so our members feel supported in their academic journey. To accomplish these goals, I want to increase our fundraising, whether that's across campus or within SHPE, so that we can reach a wider audience and get more money. Secondly, I want to work with our DPE so we can secure as many sponsorships as possible, as well as more money from these sponsors. So this money can be reinvested back into you, whether that's through convention or scholarships. At the end of the day, being treasurer is not just about managing money. It's about being able to make the most with what we have for our members. It would be an honor to be your next treasurer, to help this chapter grow, as well as supporting our members along the way. Thank you so much.
Hey Jaden, great speech. So I know you mentioned in your speech about how you want to maximize scholarships, maximize the number of sponsorships you give out for our members. So my question is, as treasurer, you're in charge of leading fundraising efforts. In the chapter. Raising funds is important to be able to provide members with the opportunity to attend national convention and receive scholarships. What fundraising ideas do you plan to implement, and how do you plan to persuade members to participate in those fundraising activities?
So for convention, what I want to do is first ask alumni for donations so they know how impactful it is. Because whether they went to a convention, got that internship or that full-time job, they know how impactful it is. Secondly, I also want to try and contact our sponsors as soon as possible with the VPE so that we can see which sponsors were our sponsors this year as well as in the past, so we can try and reconnect with those older sponsors as well as connect with the new sponsors. And then for scholarships, I want to be able to fundraise across UH more. I think we do a great job of fundraising within SHPE, but I think if we go to areas like Student Center, there's a lot more people going in and out of there every day, and I think that's a great place to go. Also, another idea for scholarships is being able to volunteer at NRG. So I know in other orgs they volunteer at NRG, whether it's through the Texans games or the rodeo. And there they volunteer members, and we work during that time, whether it's a food stand or a drink stand, whatever it is. And they give us a percentage of the sales for the time we're working, and we can collect that there. And so I think being able to involve members in the fundraising ideas and the volunteering is a good way to get them in there, and so that they can raise more money for them, because it's going back to them at the end.
Thank you.
I can start for the first question. Very nice speech. Thank you for your interest in the role. My question to you is, as treasurer, you're in a way the foundation for the other e-boards and goals, right? When they want to plan something, 90% of the time it takes funding. How will you do your best to make sure that you establish a good budget at the very beginning of the year, and that as time moves along and plans and ideas change, you'll stick to it? Because you'll find that a lot of the time you'll have to be a little more, you'll have to let loose and spend a little bit more, and that's really where you end up spending more money than you planned, right? So how do you make sure that you plan a good budget and that after you do, you stick to it?
Yeah, so first when planning a budget, I gotta see where we're at financially when we start with the budget, right? Do we have more money, the same amount, or less money than last year? And then also seeing what are some things where are we gonna get money, like, in the next coming weeks, are we about to pay for something big? Just so we can know what money to account for when making our budget, right? But also seeing what other treasurers did and seeing, okay, maybe we had a little more money towards our chairs this year, maybe we didn't have as much this previous year. But seeing everything and taking into account to make an effective budget And I know things do change, but that's why I want to aggressively fundraise so that, you know, if we do go over, it's not that big of a deal and we can still accomplish all the goals for our members.
Jaden, very fitting major to, you know, the position you're running. Great speech. Can you think of something that could be done differently or better in terms of payment, record keeping for registrations, fundraisers for the organization? Basically, can we make this more efficient and easy for our members to see what and where the money is going to, as well for like, you know, whoever comes for treasurer next year?
I'm sorry, can you repeat the question again?
Yeah, can we make this, can you think of something that could be done differently or better in terms of payments, record keeping for registrations, fundraising events for the organization, just in terms of, you know, more visibility to the members as to where their money is going to?
Yeah, so obviously we can't disclose like the exact numbers that we're giving out, so our share budget, you know, convention, everything else, but what we can do is show them that, how the money is going to them is by the events we have, right? How these events have improved from last year to this upcoming year, so they can see the quality in these events have gone up, as well as also seeing our goals being accomplished. My two goals being, more sponsor members to convention and more scholarship money. And if we can hit on these goals, everyone can see that, you know, where their money is going towards something and it's being able to benefit them.
Jaden, great speech. I have a question more. I was a chair once, but what if I'm a chair and I'm coming out to you as a treasurer and I'm like, hey, I need more money because I'm trying to host like XYZ event and the budget that you gave me at the beginning of the semester like is not enough. Like, how would you approach situations like that?
Yeah, so I mean, it depends on how much we're going over budget for that, because I know, yeah, sometimes the ideas you have is a little hard to stay within the budget, but I'd like to see if this event is beneficial to our members, right? Because if we're going over budget, I would at least like it to be something that benefits all of our members, you know, it's professional, networking, academics, whatever it may be. But I would also like the chair to come up with a plan of, you know, how much the event might cost in total, but as well as an itemized list of things that they might buy, so that maybe we can substitute some of those stuff out for cheaper options, as well as maybe taking some stuff out that maybe the event can run fine without it. At the end, I would also, if we're losing some money, maybe if there's another way that they can fundraise this money back, right? So maybe we can do something else afterwards, so they can make up the money, maybe they can go back to their budget, we can break even, or it won't be as bad of a loss.